Right, guys. So Chris Eubank Jr. beats Liam Williams by unanimous decision on the scorecard. Did you guys see the fight? What do you guys think about the fight? Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Just gonna quickly run through this one real quick. It's just been post-fight thing. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have watched the fight yourself. Chris Eubank Jr. obviously was able to get that win. His post-fight sounded like it was an easy fight. To be honest, it was far from easy. It was pretty much a fight of two halves. The first half, he pretty much dominated. Could have potentially stopped him if he wanted to knock out Liam Williamson. He could have gone after him and got him out of there. For some reason, he decided to think showboating and, doing some Ali shuffle or whatever he was trying to do in there was kind of the way to go. You know, I highly suspect he's trying to play this playbook of trying to get the fans to hate him and, buy that pay-per-view next time. Maybe when he gets up there, buy that pay-per-view, to try and hopefully want to see someone to knock him out. Like Floyd, to be honest, I'm Eubank Jr. nowhere near Floyd Mayweather's level. But Floyd Mayweather did used to have this aura around him where people literally buy the pay-per-view and tune in just because of his attitude and his demeanor and the way he's acting. They want to see Floyd get knocked out. And I don't know, maybe it's a business thing or maybe this is just who Chris Eubank is, but he's trying to tap into that. He's trying to get the eye of the crowd, the eye of the fans, because no one likes arrogant people in general. So pretty much he wants to try and play on the crowd, play on the fans. The fans are going to buy future pay-per-views or tune in for future fights just because they want to see Chris Eubank Jr. get knocked out. So I think that's probably part of why he was doing all these shenanigans in the ring. At one point I thought like, he's going to go in there and do some of this stuff. Like he's going to go in there and end up getting knocked out or something. Like, because at some point he's literally just standing there. Like, I'm like, if Liam Williamson should jump on you right now, you are probably going to get knocked out, my friend. But as the fight went on, Eubank Jr., he obviously did get caught by a few right hands and, showboating and all this stuff. I highly doubt he'll be doing that against Charlo. I highly doubt he'll be doing that against people like Golovkin, or people like Deverenchenko. He's not going to do it. You do that against these guys that hit hard, you're going to find yourself on the canvas very quickly, my friend. But obviously, he had a little bit of a rift with Liam Williams' Twitter spat, and they generally don't like each other. So maybe just trying to rub it into his face a little bit. But for me, that it wasn't a great performance from Eubank Jr. Now, if this is what we're showcasing, you want to go and fight Golovkin, you want to go and fight Charlo, you want to fight the bigger names, in the middleweight division or super middleweight division, because he does rotate in between the two. This is not what is going to be necessary to beat those guys. This is not, post-fight talking about Ra, like, oh, I wanted to teach him a boxing lesson. I wanted to do a lesson. You can see on his face and on some of the marks that he's got that it wasn't an easy fight. You could see that he got cracked a couple times. You could see that, it just wasn't. Any objective person watching that fight knows that if you minus off the knockdowns, and the last knockdown was a farce, if the knockdowns weren't, it wasn't an easy fight. Why didn't you take him out? I didn't want to knock him out because I wanted to do a boxing lesson. You don't get paid for overtime in boxing. If you got the chance to knock him out, knock him out. All this, I'm boxing. What's that? Did you see Tyson Fury saying, "Oh, I want to give Wilder a boxing lesson. Let me not knock him out"? What is that? What the only reason you're not going to jump on a man because it's because you maybe because Eubank Jr. did get caught by a shot by Liam Williamson, Liam Williams. And I was thinking, right, maybe he doesn't want to jump on him because he doesn't want to get caught in the midst of trying to stop him. But, you say, oh, it was unbelievable stuff, man. Unbelievable, man. But what do you guys think about the fight? Drop your comments in the comment section below. Also, Clarissa Shields was on the card as well. Pretty good performance there. Probably going to be taking on Savannah Marshall next, perhaps. And big up Caroline Dubois as well, younger sister of Daniel Dubois. I think that was her first professional fight as well. So big up to her as well. That was a good, solid win, and probably a lot more fights and, high profile fights in the future. But Eubank Jr., Like, it's not that he hasn't got talent. He's got talent, but if you're gonna be doing this showboating stuff and unbelievable, over the top showboating, Ali shuffling, and like all this golden people. Like, listen, I want to see conclusive victory. You can't be out here, man's taking shots on the chin, like clean shots on the chin, getting rocked a couple times, and you're basically acting as if nothing even happened. I went in there, I boxed him. It was a boxing clinic. What's this guy talking about? Boxing. I went in there and I didn't want to knock him out because I wanted to give him a boxing lesson. If you knocked him out, that would have been the conclusive fashion. Who wants to do overtime? Like, whatever, man. Drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about Chris Eubank Jr.'s fight? Do you guys rate his performance? Do you guys think he has a chance of beating the likes of Golovkin? Do you think he can beat Charlo? What do you think about maybe him fighting Demetrius Andrade? Do you think he does any good? How do you think he performs against Demetrius Andrade? How do you think if Billy Joe Saunders was to come back and box, how do you guys think he would do against Billy Joe Saunders? That would be quite interesting. I wonder what Billy Joe Saunders thinks about this fight. Watching this fight, what does Billy Joe Saunders actually think? Because I know, they did, not saying Golovkin. I know that Eubank Jr. obviously was watching that Canelo fight and he was laughing and all this kind of stuff. Them shots that Eubank's taking on the chin, he might just find himself in stretched down the canvas. He's going to fight Golovkin doing all that. But, let's see what happens, man. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Cool.